Hello and welcome to episode 69 of IOnTheTigers, a podcast all about the National Ice Hockey League, but one that always has an eye on the Telford Tigers. Just going to jump straight into it this week. Don't think it was a massive amount of news around the league. Apologies for whatever I've missed. But yeah, no, we'll jump straight into it. So we'll kick off with Tigers 2. They were at home against the Bradford Bulldogs. And Tigers 2 won. But yeah, hard going, I think I would say. Finished 5-3 to Tigers 2. But yeah, the Bulldogs certainly seem to be in the game throughout, following the game on X, Twitter, call it whatever you will. And yeah, see pretty nip and tuck stuff. But yeah, Tigers just enough to get over the line and keep the winning run going. So excellent news there, albeit a tough fixture. Going to the National League. Let's kick off with a tough fixture as the Tigers travelled up to Leeds to take on the Knights. Never an easy place to go. And so it proved with the result. Leeds 5, Tigers 1. A few of the things that I've read, comments that I've had and received. Seems as though, yeah, Brad Day stood on his head and sort of kept the score to just 5, which seems a bit of a strange thing to say, of just 5. Yeah, certainly don't seem to run the Knights as close as we did a few weeks back when we had that double header against them. Also throughout the game, David Thompson picked up a hand injury and went off. Would that have an impact? Well, let's find out as we get into Sunday's games. But the way I've said that, I think you've probably got an idea. Other games around the league, Lightning hosted the Sharks. That were finished 4-1 to the Lightning. Pitbulls hosted the Seahawks. Said this was a game the Seahawks had to win. Well, they got a point as they took it to overtime. Went to penalty shots and Bristol won 6-5 in the end. So a win on penalty shots there for the Bristol Pitbulls over the Hull Seahawks, whose losing run continues. Bees host the Steel Dogs. Bit of a shootout this one. Bees 6, Steel Dogs 8 in the end. So plenty of goals there for fans. And last but not least from Saturday night, Wildcats hosted the Raiders. Raiders got themselves into a good position. Wildcats pulled it back and eventually managed to win 6-3. On to Sunday, Tigers hosted the Wildcats. Tigers were without David Thompson, still with hand injury. How long he's out for, we don't yet know. But Jason Silverthorne played. Yeah, I was going to say guested, but I don't know how accurate that would be. So once again, Tigers take on the Wildcats, and once again, Silverthorne laces them up. Tigers established a 3-0 lead at around about the halfway point of the game, but the Wildcats did come back into it and ended up winning 4-3. Wildcats game-winning goal, easy for me to say, came with, I think it was about 35-40 seconds to play, something like that. So Wildcats this season seem to have made a bit of a speciality of conceding late goals. And of course, as luck would have it, the weekend they decided to score a really late game-winning goal would, of course, be against the Tigers. Much closer than last time we met Swindon, I must say. But yeah, in some ways more disappointing. I mean, at Swindon at the end of October, I think we just kind of like got blown out a little bit. Whereas here, 3-0 lead and yeah, Wildcats just end up pipping it. Elsewhere around the league, Phantoms 4, Steel Dogs 0. Scoreline might imply one-way traffic, but certainly I've seen that Hayden Levine got a, 42-44 shot shutout there. Somebody's bound to correct me if I'm wrong, so please do. So yeah, it certainly wasn't one-way traffic there. Sharks hosted the Lightning. This one went to overtime and Sharks picked up 2 points, winning 4-3 in overtime. Obviously, not going to boast too much, but that's what I called last week. I said the Sharks were going to win that one. I just had a feeling they'd do it. Seahawks hosted the Bees. Bees team with just 11 skaters, and it finished 6-3 to the Seahawks. So Seahawks have won a game. They've stopped a run of, I think it was 6 consecutive losses. But again, if I got that wrong, please feel free to get in contact and correct me. And last but not least, from Sunday's fixtures, the Raiders hosted the Pitbulls. And this one also finished 6-3 to the home team as the Raiders picked up 2 points. Upcoming week, there is Cup semi-final action in the week as the Raiders host the Lightning. It's going to be tough. It's going to be close, but I fancy the Lightning just to pip it. Lightning just to pip that one and take a very narrow lead back to Milton Keynes is prediction there. In terms of the weekend, Tigers travel to the Phantoms on Saturday. Hopefully, Levine is not going to be in the kind of form where he saves absolutely everything. But I think that the Phantoms will just pip it. Could see that one going to overtime, potentially even penalty shots. But yeah, Phantoms just to pip it, I think. Seahawks host the Raiders. Seahawks to win that one on home ice. Wildcats host the Sharks. Wildcats to win that one. Lightning host the Pitbulls. Lightning to win there. And Bees host the Knights. The Knights to win that one. Sunday night, Tigers host the Seahawks. It's going to be tough, but we've actually had a pretty decent record against Hull. I think that we can do it. I think that we can. Yeah, I'll be confident. I'm going to go for it. Yeah, Tigers to beat the Seahawks. Heard it here first. Knights host the Wildcats. Interesting. Wildcats tend to do fairly well up in Leeds, I think, but I do fancy Leeds just to pip that one and get a victory. Raiders host the Phantoms. Raiders to win. Steel Dogs host the Lightning. That's another tough away trip for the Lightning, but I will go for the Lightning to win it. But yeah, it's going to be close. I mean, truthfully, I could see that result going anyway, really. But yeah, I'll stick my neck out and go for the Lightning to win it. And then, last but not least, Pitbulls host the Sharks. Fancy the Pitbulls to win that one. So I'll go for a Pitbulls win. So, that concludes predictions for the upcoming weekend. As always, leave a comment. Let me know how I've got it wrong and actually what will happen. The Telford Tigers quiz night is on Friday, so for those of you attending, look forward to seeing you there. For those of you who are not, I think there's still tickets available, so why not come along? It's going to be a great evening, I'm sure. But in terms of this episode, that's it for now, so I'll be back this time next week. Bye for now.